Increased and unfettered access to the internet and social media platforms have given rise to hateful content and misinformation, all which fuel intolerance. Xenophobia, anti-Semitism, sexism, racism and tribalism are just some of the vices and intolerance advanced, and history has shown the deadly consequences of these. Of late, however, the global COVID-19 pandemic, which advent was followed by conspiracy theories, aggravated pre-existing biases and harmful stereotypes. President Geingob, alongside other UNESCO member state heads, wants renewed commitment to address and counter hate speech through education.
Embedded in the frameworks of global citizenship and human rights education, these educational responses must promote, protect, and uphold international human rights norms and standards and pursue the social, moral, and humanistic purposes of education, which are at the core of the Education 2030 agenda. This includes providing learners with the necessary skills and competences to think critically, take an intersectional approach to discrimination, and challenge hateful narratives and those who promote them, including through intercultural and interreligious dialogue.
The marginalized and vulnerable members of society, as well as women and youth, are often the targets of hate speech. The participants thus want particular attention and meaningful participation by these groups when contextualized national and regional roadmaps are devised and implemented to face untruths head-on. Any policy must be able to distinguish between unfounded rumors and verified facts.
This is why the UN family is proud to walk this path with you and ensure that education is the key weapon in the fight against hatred in all its forms. I look forward to continuing our fight against hate speech and working to build a tolerant and peaceful world through education that every person deserves.
Together with UNESCO, my office, as a UN system-wide focal point on hate speech, stand ready to provide support to the implementation of those recommendations.
The Global Education Ministers Conference and Multi-Stakeholders Forum also wants perpetrators of hate speech to be part of the rollback process. Teachers and school leaders have been called on to develop capacities to carry out gender and age-responsive interventions for those disseminating or who are at risk of being caught up in the web of hateful and dangerous content, whether online or offline. The UN Strategy and Plan of Action lists hate speech as any kind of communication in speech, writing, or behavior that attacks using discriminatory language with reference to a person or a group on the basis of who they are, their religion, ethnicity, nationality, and/or gender.